another foundering car. It's now rainy weather. And the question is the Abarth 595C also fun in the rain? So when you don't have to rooftop opens, because of course that's a pleasure. And it's still okay. Of course it will be more loud, and also in the winter period it's more cold than a closed roof. But it's an okay solution. And of course also you have your very dark heaven. That oftentimes was pursued in the VW Golf GTI, for example. They really liked that the roof was black, and I like that in this case as well. Winter I have not met yet. The benefit I think from the 595C or this construction in general, that you still have a glass rear window, so that will be easier to scrape the ice off, I guess. Because plastic of course more deflects, so it will be harder to have that in place, but I need to find out. And also I think that that's the only window that's different compared to the hardtop, so to say. And I think there might be more icing in the interior, so also on the interior side of the glasses, because the temperature will drop more, because it's only a canvas roof that separates you from the outside temperature. If it's raining very hard, there's a funny phenomenon. One is that the roof is of course softened, so it will not give that drum-like feeling that much as, for example, the hardtop can do, because it's more hard on hard. So it gives it more of a steel drum idea. But the drawback, of course, when, for example, there is ice coming down, so hail, for example, this has a lot bigger effect on steel roofs in the sound department, but it will damage this type of roof a lot more, of course, because it's just fabric that has to withstand those projectiles, icy projectiles coming in. So please take that into consideration as well. On the other hand, I think this might be the case also for your country. The temperature is getting hotter and hotter, so the benefit that you have a drop down roof in summer is getting bigger and bigger, because you have some way to cool down and also enjoy the weather. Whereas on the other hand, winters are becoming less and less cold. So a winter that is less cold also has a limited effect on the drawbacks of a softer roof. And just a canvas to insulate you from the cold, or that's just the case. But the only thing that remains is that we get a lot more rain. So the summer periods are very dry, and the groundwater level are decreasing. But then beyond the summer you have a lot of rain, so it looks like we only have summer as a season and autumn. So rain is pouring down all the time, which can be beneficial but also detrimental in that aspect. That really depends on what you need. Also to take into consideration all those wet patches, so to say, combined with, for example, debris from trees, or dirt, or for example mud, water dirt, then you oftentimes get mold in the fabric, and that can also lead to a damaged roof. Another thing to consider is that if you don't have the benefit of a soft top, because you can open it, that period you still have trouble if someone tries to get into your car or damage your car. This has more detrimental effects than a hardtop, which is more solid. So you get added security with a hardtop, and also the benefit that it's harder to break in and to vandalize, so to say. And the roof in itself is electronic, it can also go wrong. It will add only a limited amount of weight, which is a big benefit of this system compared to a normal cabriolet deck, a cabriolet roof. But it has technique in there which can go wrong, and that will be costly. So there are some drawbacks and some benefits. For me it was now the best option to do it like this, but it can also be a different option for you. And if so, it might be a good way to just look at hardtop. The benefit for me also from this sunroof is that you can top load items, so very long items like a cabinet or a closet or something the likes, or big plants or trees. Yeah, not big trees, but small trees that you want to take from one location to the other. You can just drop them in from the top. And of course, it might damage left or right, but you have a thing that hardtop does not have. So you can take with you quite big items that you cannot take with you in the other cars that we have. For example, the BMW 3 Series sedan and the Suzuki Sport hybrid. So that has an additional benefit. Also, because you have this system, you have a top loading ability, but you have a very small rear hatch entry, because normally the hatchback is a real hatchback, but it's more of a sedan type of configuration. So more like the 3 Series than the Suzuki Swift Sport. And for me also the convertible gives it a little bit more special feel, and that's something that you need to consider for yourself. Some other people will say that I have leather seats, and those seats can heat up a lot more than, for example, canvas seats would. But I really like this leather, and so far they are holding out very nicely, no problems. So I think this will not be such a big problem for me. Also the color is red instead of black, the leather, which also helps get the heat off a little bit more, because black absorbs all the light, so to say, and red deflects more. White would deflect even more, but white is very easy to get dirty, of course. And red has, in my opinion, more aggressive, more special atmosphere to it. So that's it in a nutshell. I hope this helps. Foundering car out.